Glancee has two main functionalities. One is the radar, the other is the diary. The radar is simply a list of the 40 people that are the closest to you. They are sorted by distance. So right now Horst is the closest one to me. Then there is Matteo, Tierney, and so forth. Usually here you see nearby if they are at less than 50 yards from you. You see the distance if they are farther away. But since South by Southwest is so popular and there are so many people using Glancee, right now these are all people within 50 yards from us, so literally in this building or the building next door. And that's pretty amazing. The other way to use Glancee is with the diary. So Glancee keep up to date your location, quietly working in the background without draining the battery of your phone. So you don't have to check in or you don't have to open the app for us to know who's around you. And so what we can do is build a list of the most interesting people that were near you every day. So the diary is a list of the 40 people that were most interesting to you every day. So these are the people today. Before I met with Richard, who is the founder and editor-in-chief at Read Write Web, there was Robert Scoble near me, and so forth. And if I keep scrolling, then I can load, the list of people that yesterday were relevant to me up to midnight.
So you actually have to mark the people who are...
No, it's done all automatically. Basically, we look for people that were very close to you. These are not necessarily people that I talk to, are people that we think are interesting. So the idea is that you go to a party and then the day after you say, oh, who was there? And you can go back and check, see people that you've met, people that you have not met, but we think could be interesting to talk to. And that's,
how does the app define who's interesting?
Yeah, I'll show you. Maybe this one is available.
There you go.
Yeah, I want to see if it's gonna load. Yeah. So with Richard, for example, Richard, I've met him before at another conference, but we have a bunch of friends in common, and these are pulled from Facebook. And then these are the interests that we share. And if you notice, some of them are identical. For example, we both read The Economist. Other ones are just similar. So for example, let's find one interesting. He is a fan of Jason Calacanis. I'm a fan of Cameron Rose. These are not the same people, but they are relevant to one another. And the way we understand that is by finding the Wikipedia page for Jason, the Wikipedia page for Kevin, and looking at whether they have links in common, if they link to one another, if there is a third page that links to both. And in that way, we can find much richer matches than just by looking at people that have exactly the same interest that you have. And that's how we, that's how we measure relevancy, interestingness. So these are all ideas for conversations. If I didn't know him and I wanted to start a conversation, if I wanted to get to know him, I can pick any of these topics and discuss about them. So we both watch Mad Men apparently. It's not that this person is the best match for me because we both like Mad Men, but he's definitely someone that has a lot of, cares about the same things I care. And so,
and now you're aware
because of that, and now we can, So actually I realized I didn't tell you, what's the value proposition for Glancee. And the idea of Glancee is really to make it easy to discover a little bit about the people around you. Enough to basically find interesting people and create real world connections. So that's what we are all about. We don't want to give you too much because people are still, want their privacy and they don't necessarily want to share everything with strangers. But we want to give you enough for two people that have never seen each other, but they share something to discover about that, so that an important connection and an interesting conversation can happen instead of going missed. So right now it's based on Facebook, and it uses, you sign up, it uses your list of friends and the interests that you list on your Facebook profile. In the future we will have integration with LinkedIn, Google+, and Twitter. And really, you can edit your profile completely afterwards. So this picture is taken from Facebook, and this tagline is automatically generated, but you can change your tagline, you can edit your interest, so you can add and remove stuff. A lot of people list things on Facebook that are not really relevant to many people, and they can remove them. For example, if I wanted to, I can hide or I can completely remove Pulp Fiction from my interest. And in that way, people will only see my other interests, and at the same time I will be matched only with people that have more professional interest in a sense.
And, and then once you've selected a person, what can you do?
Yeah, I'll show you right away, and then I'll go back to the settings to show you another feature. So, well, besides again exploring the profile, you can pick any topic and start a conversation. So, you know, you can say, do you have time to talk about, you know, your friend Brady, or do you want to talk about, you know, Mad Men, whatever. It's up to you in the sense to decide what you want to talk about. But really, we try to make it as easy as possible to just send a message and start a conversation. If it's someone that you find interesting, but you cannot talk to now, or you want to make sure to reconnect with later, you can add them to your contacts. This is not like a friend request on Facebook. It's more like, you know, a follow up on Twitter. So it's asymmetrical. And what that does is every time, so as you see, people that you add to your contacts are starred. And every time they are nearby, you get a push notification. Only if they are nearby. So if they are far away, you don't know where they are. But if they are near you, you get a brief message that tells you that.
Do they get alerted that you have?
Yes, yeah, and they can add you back if they want to.
Okay.
You can also use this feature, which right now it's in the settings, but we want to bring it to the main screen. Here, these are all the people that I've been using Glancee that I added to my contacts, and some of them, as you see, have a fresh location, and so Glancee tells me where they are. So, for example, Casey is 6 miles from me. Charlie is 800 miles from me. Christine is 1 mile from me, and probably there are some friends that maybe are very close by. Right. I just saw before Giuseppe. Let's see if Giuseppe is. Oh, actually no, he left. He left now again. But you get the point. So the idea is really, Jennifer is 390 yards from me, so she's probably down at the convention center. And if I want, I can just, pick one of my friends and send them a message. So this is Jennifer. We have a bunch of friends in common. We both worked at the MIT, and I can send her a message and hi. Oops, send. Okay. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So it's a very simple yet powerful value proposition. The idea is to help you find relevant people, important people. Don't miss any connection anymore. And you can decide whether it's the right moment to send them a message. If you're busy, you can just move on. You don't ever really need to do anything other than install the app, and we do the work for you.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you so much for that demonstration.